it's very important to be psychologically young, don't you think so? And now as I approach my certain year, I'm pleased to tell you that my psychological age is still 36. Okay. You know, we have such a preoccupation in our country with age, do we not? We have a worship of youth. We have a dread of what we think will happen to us when we're no longer young. I'll come back to this topic of age in a moment, but first a story. Years ago, a noted columnist, Celestine Sibley, wrote about a time that she went to a circus when she was a little girl, and she saw an elephant tethered to a stake in the ground. And she thought, as any child would, that stake must run all the way to China, or else how could that elephant be kept so tethered? And at the end of her visit to the circus, she came back to look at her powerful, great, gray friend, the elephant, and the gamekeeper reached down, picked up the stake, and the stake was no longer than a pencil. Celestine then made this wonderful observation. What keeps us bound in our lives is not the stake, it is the idea of the stake. Isn't it profound? Thank you. The idea of the stake. Like the elephant, we walk endlessly in circles around the stake. What if we pull them up? And if we became the happier, more effective person that we're capable of becoming? Certainly age is one of those stakes, isn't it? I have a friend whose mother is in their 80s, and Miss Johnson looks good, but she still hates to be condescended to. One day I was with Miss Johnson, and a young woman said to her, "Miss Johnson, you're looking so good." You know that tone. "I hope I look as good as you do when I'm your age." Hands on her hip, Miss Johnson looked her over and said, "Honey, you don't look that good now." Age. It's a stake, no longer than a pencil. Isn't that good? Another is a stake of beauty. Our culture places a premium on beauty, on appearance. In my family, it really hurts. I'm Betty Fay, the oldest daughter. My sister is LMA. That's enough to make you sick. But even worse, we're both psychologists. But the kicker is, LMA goes through life looking like Elizabeth Taylor. And I look like Dustin Hoffman in Tootsie. I saw you saying, "I thought she reminded me of somebody." Oh, well. In my family, I've always been known as a studious one, and my sister's a beautiful one. Guess what kind of compliment my lovely sister likes to be told? She likes to be told, "LMA, that's a brilliant idea." Guess what kind of compliment I like to be told? I like to be told I look nice. I fall on my knees. I kiss your ring. I go, "Thank you, thank you." It's a stake, isn't it, that we have? A stake of beauty. Beauty's important, of course. But beauty of spirit. Beauty of character. The stakes of looks and age, no longer than a pencil.